because I'm a stand-up comic. I don't like anybody telling me what to do. And lately, the left wants to tell everybody it's the we all know this. You should. Stop telling me what to do. You go do it.
Tim Allen, the star of Home Improvement and The Unmistakable, doesn't just entertain. With his trademark blend of sharp wit and common sense, he's repeatedly outmaneuvered Hollywood's self-important woke brigade, proving that a bit of real talk still wins the day. In October 2022, Tim Allen ignited a Twitter firestorm with a tweet skewering woke culture, reading, "Who is the face of woke? Do wokies have a clubhouse in someone's backyard or maybe a cute yet safe playpen somewhere?" The post racked up over 40,000 likes, but also drew fierce backlash. Critics lambasted its dismissiveness, some even dragging up his past legal troubles while supporters rallied about his right to free speech. It's a snapshot of just how polarizing the woke debate has become.
Who wants to know what the face of woke look like? And here's what I picture. These trolls that hide behind their computer or their screens and their laptops and their keyboards, because those are the people that complain the most, those whose faces we do not see. So Tim Allen, that is your answer. You're looking at trolls.
Unhappy people.
Miserable curmudgeons.
Tim Allen, born on June 13, 1953 in Denver, Colorado, is an American actor, comedian, and a voice artist who became a household name in the 90s. He's most famous for his role as Tim Taylor, the clumsy but lovable handyman in Home Improvement. The show made him a big star and even earned him an Emmy Award. Tim didn't stop there. He also killed it in movies, especially with his role as Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story, and starring in the Santa Claus trilogy. His movies were huge hits with families. Besides acting, Tim's stand-up comedy also took off, with his jokes about everyday life and his personal experiences. In the 2000s, he made a comeback in Last Man Standing, a hit sitcom that ran for 9 seasons. Despite a rough patch earlier in life, including a stint in prison for drug-related issues, Tim's career stayed strong. His signature humor still keeps fans laughing, whether he's playing a goofy dad or voicing an animated space ranger. Tim Allen has built a legendary career, making an impact across TV and movies. Tim Allen stays unapologetic, thriving in a Hollywood split between cheers and outrage. While fans embrace his no-nonsense take on political correctness, critics bristle.
I don't like anybody telling me what to do. And lately, the left wants to tell everybody it's the we all know this. You should. Stop telling me what to do. You go do it. You want to support stuff that the government should stay out of? You go do it. No one's stopping you from paying more taxes. Then that's the attitude I get. You see my acting on the road or in concert. I don't do political stuff. I do anarchist stuff. I like making everybody laugh. Jokes should be, President Trump should laugh at it. So should Hillary. That's the kind of.
Love him or loathe him, he remains a force, rolling with the punches and keeping his career sharp amid the culture wars.
You're not kidding. You got to be real careful around here. You get beat up if you don't believe what everybody believes. This is like 30s Germany. I don't know what happened. If you're not part of the group, you know what we believe is right. I go, well, I might have a problem with that. I'm a comedian.
Allen has never been shy of questioning the woke, be it the pride community or others. He always comes up with questioning reasoning, and it often does not sit well.
You don't want to take a 5-year-old to that parade. You don't want to. I'm standing on it. Say, look at the music. And look, it's a fire truck with naked men on it. That's it.
It's not. There's no Bullwinkle.
Well, there's no. Gay pride parades have a different tone than Disney on Ice parade.
And there's no ice for one thing.
There's no ice. It's a lot of nude guys on vehicles, and it's hard to.
So you're talking about, you do stand-up, you go around, the country is very divided.
Yeah.
Tim Allen has never been one to hold back, and Hollywood hasn't always liked that. In 2017, AMC axed Last Man Standing, despite solid ratings, fueling talk that his conservative stance played a role. Then in 2022, Disney Pixar dropped him as Buzz Lightyear in Lightyear, a movie many saw as payback for his politics. But Allen isn't fading away. He's still landing gigs like Shifting Gears. Tim Allen keeps proving that no matter how hard they try to silence him, he isn't going anywhere. His fan base is too loyal, and Hollywood knows it. Besides, he's unapologetically honest in his opinions and ignores wokes, just like he ignores this lady in the background.
I'm a comedian. It's different. I'm a political comedian that says stuff, but it's usually about men and women and good and bad and rich and poor. That's my avenue. And I'm able to do that, and God bless America, can do that. People come to see me. But when you opinions, are like butts. Everybody's got one, And I said, these guys, God bless them for doing that. It's their opinion. It's no more valid or less valid than anybody else's.
Now, you might have saw that President Trump's first order of business was an executive order.
The uproar over the Santa Clauses started with one harmless joke, where one line sent the internet into a meltdown. Critics slammed it as divisive, some even branding it Santa a MAGA supporter. The outrage was ridiculous. A Christmas show making a Christmas joke somehow became a crime.
But when I use these words, this is my intent behind those words.
Yeah. Wow.
So as long as you understand my intent, I still get people, well, just don't say it. And I said, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, but they take it out of context and put it on Twitter or put it on Facebook.
I'm surprised they haven't. I'm surprised they haven't, because I do use some provocative words, but I tell them it's words that really got from my parents.
Yeah.
They said this stuff, and we talked about it. I can't even say it here. I can't even point to it.
Yeah.
It is an alarming thing for comedians, but my act has really been about family and kids and growing up anyway.
To the woke crowd, Alan isn't just a comedian. He's a symbol of everything they want canceled, but he refuses to disappear, making him their never-ending nightmare, the conservative comedian who won't back down. Beyond the Twitter mobs, Alan has spoken out about Hollywood's obsession with political correctness and the hypocritical attitude.
They didn't like Trump because he was a bully. But if you had any kind of inkling that you were for Trump, you got bullied for doing that. And that's where it gets a little hypocritical to me, is that you can now bully people, and you're always on the defense with this, but mostly what I'm finding is there's no source material.
He's called out the industry's thought police, saying comedy has lost its edge because people are too afraid to take risks. He even compared the pressure to be woke to the fear-driven culture of 1930s Germany, highlighting how anyone with a different opinion is immediately put under a microscope.
Congrats on this.
No, thanks very much.
I watched it when it was on ABC,
right,
and then all of a sudden it wasn't on ABC.
Tell the 300 of the crew and everybody the same thing. We're all going, this is the best show I've ever been on. What? We're off the air. We all thought we were at the top of their game at ABC. Who knows how networks work? I don't know, but it was dropped. I felt like the last guy in the hospital room. I wouldn't let it go. I took the sets to I have a little production studio of my own, and I set up the Mike Baxter set and did these guerrilla vlogs without anybody's permission because I couldn't let this thing go.
The Last Man Standing cancellation was just another hit, but Alan kept standing. He's been in the game for decades, and despite every attempt to shut him down, he's still here, still cracking jokes and still impossible to ignore.
I think it does work.
You can't give people money and help them. It doesn't work.
Yeah, but they're willing to try.
Yeah, they are definitely willing to. Oh God, did you bring up a sore one? Yeah,
well, why don't you make an announcement right now that you're headed home and you won't be giving any money to anyone?
Well, you know what I look at sometimes? I said rather them than the government.
I see.
You better give your money away before it gets taken from
you. Don't really get a choice, though, and I don't think it counts. You can't tax credit gave money to my Aunt Martha.
Actually, you can gift stuff.
Is that right?
Yes, you can. You can give away gifts to your family and friends.
Tim Allen doesn't back down when it comes to sharing his views on government policies and influence. Whenever he gets the chance, he speaks his mind without any filters. In the end, his unapologetic humor and loyal fans keep him standing tall in a Hollywood that wants to keep him down.